Hello everybody. I always just decide to cough like right before I start streaming. It's probably not a good habit. Hello everybody. Hope you're, oh wow, hope you're, oh geez, I just like really hit my mic. I hope you're all doing well. It's Saturday, July 6th. Kicking off as we usually do. It's the weekend, everybody. It's the weekend, baby. But yeah, super happy to be here. Very tired, very tired. Finally though, the weekend has begun for me. Kind of starting tomorrow. I have Sunday and Monday off. And I'm just going to spend it relaxing. We don't really have a big video project coming up. That was kind of the plan too, is just, right after I finish the lesson 2 video, I would, spend some time relaxing before we go to Italy. I want to extend a super special thanks to, everybody. We've hit 100 subscribers. Currently, we're at 103 subscribers. I'm very pleased to announce that. And yeah, I mean, just like I said yesterday, it's arbitrary, but it's still a pretty big number, and I really appreciate everybody who's taken the time to click the subscribe button to join us, and I hope that you've got at least an hour out of some day doing something that you love. I definitely have. I'm always excited to start streaming at the night, and I can't wait to continue that. With that being said, I say we kick it off tonight. We're going to be doing a Carpenter Ant, continuing our work into lesson 4. Hopefully going to complete the construction today. I don't know. It would be great if we could. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it light, and we're going to accept any mistakes that come our way, mainly conceptual, mechanical errors, depending on them, or even major conceptual errors. If it requires a bit of a readjustment of paper, then an adjustment of paper. That's such a funny way of dancing around the fact that we're redoing it. Let's be honest, right? But yeah, the Italy trip is coming up next week. We will not be streaming next Wednesday. And then we'll be streaming every day, hopefully finishing lesson 4 between then. I will probably have to start doing some in my free time, or texturing in my free time. Or we could dedicate a stream to texturing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so, and then after that, I have to make my decision. Someone commented today on the lesson 2 video that they can't wait for lesson 3, and I'm like, ooh, I need to make that video. So we'll figure it out, right? And that's the thing, I want to combine lesson 3 and lesson 4, because a lot of the things I did there and between there connect to each other, and also I feel like I just don't remember a lot of the major lessons learned in lesson 3. Yet ironically, like I've really taken into account I think that's my favorite critique I've received so far, is the lesson 3 critique. So that's gonna be a very fun one. And if you guys ever want to see my critiques or anything, not only can you find my Drawbox account easily, but if you just put it in the comments and I'll drop it in the comics as well. Comments. That was a bit of a Freudian slip, wasn't it? But yeah, so without any further ado, let's pop over here to our warm-up. We'll actually remember to change the scenes today, unlike we did yesterday, losing about half of the stream to a PNG. Yeah, hope everything's well. I also forgot to put the stream in the Drawbox Discord. We'll put it in there tomorrow. It's not like, I'm not sure. I need to look at the data, because you can see data of like external traffic of your YouTube videos being hosted on like other websites, or being clicked through links via link sharing, stuff like that. YouTube's very helpful for seeing that kind of data. Whoa, look at that foreshortening. I didn't even realize. Look at that. Aren't we such nerds that we can learn to appreciate the construction of that right there and how that looks? Wow. I've been thinking about upgrading to a 4K camera, and I think I was looking at the expensive ones because I found a couple that are cheap, but it's from like brands I've never heard from before, and that's always the debate, is picking from a brand you've never heard from but is cheaper. Because I'm using a Logitech C920. I'll always be transparent about all my equipment and tools that I use. Please always feel free to ask me. Cavaliers do not gatekeep, right? But yeah, I did not start a warm-up today. I was a bit late. And yeah, so, I mean, not even late, just not as early as I usually am, right? But yeah, good day at work today, albeit tired. It's getting really, not only have these like couple days just been super boring at work because it's after July, and a lot of people don't necessarily want to go out during, you know, these traveling days between July 4th. But my final few days are coming up this week before I officially am no longer working. I put in my 2 weeks about 3 weeks ago. So yeah, and just recovering from a double, or like a back-to-back double, never fun. It's slowly starting to sink in that I'm going to Italy, and I'm going to see some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen in my life. Preparing for that. I got my neutral density filter in today, as well as a very tiny tripod and tripod clamp for my phone. And the filter was also, the ND filter was just a clamp filter. I don't want to like buy a whole cage for it and be all fancy. Like, sure, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to go to Italy, but also, while money does come back, it does stay gone for a while, right? So I can't be spending all my money on this trip. Oh, yikes. Whoa. Need some more ghosting there. There we go. Much better. Cool beans. Okay, these are somewhat parallel. Yeah, and I want to do some more practice of the Ruben Lara head construction method. It's fun. It just seems a bit like awkward for me, but like the placement in the eyes and just doing subtractions to the organic form in such a relative way and perspective, I need more practice on. So maybe we could introduce that as one of our warm-ups. In fact, this is almost a good box for that. The face is a bit wide, but this would be a decent box in that regard. In fact, we could maybe try it just for funsies. Not all faces are the same, right? Just his box construction method is exceptionally narrow because it only goes to the like cylindrical, more flat sides of the skull, kind of like the Loomis method. Barring the ear tabs, I believe he calls them. The ear tabs and the jaw extension, the contour line for the jaw. Which I still also have to get nailed down because I feel like I have to really understand it in 2D, like the 2D projections of everything, before I start understanding how to manipulate it in the 3D environment. I'm very much at the stage right now in learning how to draw the head that I'm more copying just to kind of get the method down, which is, it's actually perfectly fine when you're first learning how to draw something to copy. As long as you know, don't claim it's your own, just trying to understand the forms and stuff like right there, at least from my experience. Remember, I'm no definitive source on the topic, but I feel like there's a stage of copying, then referencing, then practicing, right? Kind of like whenever you copy your teacher's notes, or maybe rewrite them in your own words. Like a follow along is more akin to it, right? And that's somewhat, and then you have studies or references, where I feel like kind of the demos of Drawbox happen, right? You're not gonna be doing the exact same thing he's doing, but you wanna, actually, I would say it's more copying more that, and then you have referencing, which is what I'm going to be doing in a bit, where we reference the image. We don't have anyone explaining to us how to do it. And then finally after that, yeah. Actually, let's focus more on ellipses as much as like that construction, which I mean, still, yeah, it has ellipses in it, but even though my ellipses are wobbling, I'd usually blame me being shaky from working out or anything. I haven't worked out yet today, which I still have to do, and I'm dreading because it's leg day. But hey. Yeah, not the best, but it's okay. Need a lot more ghosting right there, geez. feel like my ghosting's been off for the past couple of days. Let's just go far. Yikes, oof. Kind of warming up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Sorry if this is boring. Today's the day. Unlike yesterday, unlike yesterday. Like yesterday, I'm very tired. And I said I wouldn't talk much yesterday, and then I was yapping. So we'll see if that stays true today. You get ghost more right there. Cool. Oops. Thanks. 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, we'll keep going. Why not? More ellipses. Never hurt, right? What we can do just for funsies. Let's do the head construction. It's gonna be a bit awkward because this is not the right size box, but we're still gonna go at it. The face is gonna be absurdly wide. So you want to subdivide all visible surfaces. Actually, kind of beyond that as well. I like skipping the top of the head. You don't necessarily need it. Or at least I don't. And I am a beginner, so don't take my word for it. Probably want to do a better job than I. Cool. And then in subdividing, you can now find same vanishing point, right? Because this is still a line. You pick a point here, and that point's going to go through here. Vanish correctly, right? So this right there. That. And now that you've established that point, all you have to do is go over here now and meet up here, doing the same. Now this one's a bit awkward because you have to go in this direction, but nice, there we go. Look at that. You want to do your vertical ones? once again, pick something that vanishes well. You don't really need to do the top-down one right here, but it's helpful for the ear line, so we could do it. Why not? Getting the center for the ear line, I should say. Nice, and then we subdivide the bottom half a tiny bit more. And technically now, since we have the center line, we don't need to subdivide again, or like do another line for subdivision, because guess what? We have that center. And all we need to do is do another slightly more shortened line, because we're getting away from the VP line. Or the axis, I should say. We hit it again over here. Look at that. Ooh, that was a really good one. We have this little cheat, right? Cool. So now you can start doing some subtractions in the form. So we're going to do a little triangular, kind of a square triangle subtraction in the form right here. This is the part that always kills me. What I'm actually going to start doing now is we're going to create, oh yeah, this one definitely does not go the right direction, but a line back here. So somewhere on this line we have to have, and technically you could subdivide it on the other side and all that stuff. What is this? Oh, someone changed my roommate's like our group chat's profile picture. It actually looks kind of fire. There we go. It does look a bit lopsided already. That's a fault in our construction, right? And now we want to add the little ear notch, ear tab. So you copy this VP, bring it over here. Remember this one, you want it to be converging with the others, so this down. So whatever you do over here, which is actually going to be pretty near parallel. Tiny bit to the right. Don't want to be too much though. Any bit more current, and you also want to have a similar. There we go. Of course, this will get much faster, kind of like boxes, right? Of you like estimating where these are and all that. And the ear isn't completely out to the side like this tab, it's a bit back. And we only go a tiny bit close to the brow line. Went a bit deep there, and probably a bit big. I always draw the ear a bit big. And then from here, we're gonna do this line. Then right here is gonna be our chin. We're just gonna go down a bit. I have a bit of a tab down there. We have the nose, which is going to drop from the center line right here all the way down to the subdivided part down there, and it raises up a bit too. So we're going to have this. It goes down here. Cool. We're going to have what is the cranium. That was actually pretty good. Didn't expect it to go like that. Then then we have the jaw. This is one of the harder parts for me because you have to make it extend back and up. And that meets the side of the square right here. And it goes a bit above the bottom of the square. And then it goes up to the ear here. I'd say even probably sooner than that. Like that. See, that seems super narrow. I should have, squeezed the head. But then again, we weren't really planning on doing that when we first constructed the box, right? And you add the spheres for the eyes. This part is very uncanny. And technically you can extend that way, but anyways. And the center of the sphere will be on that line. You have the center of the sphere probably about right here. That's way too big, hoops. Now this is the part that always confused me, is how you choose to do the brow line, or like the brow right here, because we know the face goes out like this and then into the chin, which we have this form right here, but it goes up at some point, right? You also have the mouth somewhere here. You have the eyes, which happen around the form and then end abruptly on this side, right? See, I feel like that should have been rotated a bit to the side. It looks so uncanny. I know this side of the face. Yeah, because I feel like the eye should be more in there. And the bridge of the nose should, like, decrease a bit. Anyways, yeah. Whoa, Pianist J X Gojo Gaming. Whoa, yeah, welcome back. 100 subs. Thank you. Thank you very much. I looked in your channel the other day. You're talking about a shout out. I unfortunately didn't see one. I'm not sure if you meant to post on something else. I completely apologize if like I missed it. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy about the 100 subscribers. It's awesome. Woke up to that. Not really woke up to that, but woke up today, not expecting that. And yeah, it's here. It's okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, what we're doing today, I was just kind of doing part of the what's it called? If I could remember. Oh my gosh. Geez, why am I blanking on this? I'm just gonna look at my history on my browser because I forgot about it completely. Ruben Lara's skull. Yes. Just have a little time, but I want to say congrats. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Hopefully you have some oh, bye. Okay, goodness. Okay, bye. Hope you can do something that you love for an hour today. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. And stopping by. Yeah, I mean that works, yeah. Anyways, yeah, today we're working on Ruben Lara's thing. Actually, yeah, I might as well not explain it, but yeah. I need more practice with the actual thing. So yeah, studying his more, and learning how all those forms interact and stuff. Because I get the organic forms, just, it feels awkward right now, but everyone experiences that, right? So, anyways, we're gonna launch into lesson 2 now, or lesson 4 now. We're gonna open up Pure Ref here. And we're gonna talk about our little thing today, little guy. For reference, everybody, we're going to be pulling up a picture of a ant. So if you're scared of insectoids, these little guys, please look away now. We're going to be pulling up that up now. Bam. Oh, bam. There we go. So yeah, we have quite a lot of pictures of carpenter ants. But before we get started, I have some facts about carpenter ants. Yes, I'm copying Sneep Snort, but I look up to Sneep Snort. Please go check out their channel. They're awesome. I've been thinking about buying her washi tape, but it's $10 in shipping, which is a bit upsetting. Yeah, and take a quick sip of water before we get started as well. Not sure if my mic picked that up. I apologize. Cool. So yeah, life history of them. This is from National Wildlife Federation. After a few years, when a colony is large enough, the queen will produce winged males and females that will leave the nest to breed and start new colonies. Very interesting. The best way to protect a home from a black carpenter ant infestation is to keep outdoor wood structures dry. Black carpenter ants can easily chew through wet wood. Interesting. Yeah, they cause a lot of damage. Millions of dollars are spent annually to control carpenter ants in the United States. There's been conflicting information regarding whether or not carpenter ants attack new, undamaged wood, That's the end of the statement. Okay, cool. Current information has not shown that colonies are first established in pre-existing cavities, usually in faulty or rotten wood, and then expand into both rotting and undamaged adjacent wood around such cavities. They do not eat wood or tunnel through wood structures, as do termites. Damage is local, caused by enlargement of the nest. Colonies may be composed of thousands of workers of various sizes, winged reproduction forms, and immature ants. Homeowners may see, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at, are there any cool habits? Workers are omnivores and will attack live arthropods as well as scavenge on dead arthropods for proteins. Honeydew is gathered from aphids and similar plant-sucking insects. Flowers and fruits are visited also for a food source. Many feed on household food and homes. There are different food preferences during the active season related to activities of the colony. Very interesting. So yeah, shout out to these little guys. They're adorable, and I really have a love for all little creatures. Not gonna lie, even the terrifying tarantula wasp. One day I'm gonna get stung by one, and I'm gonna take that back. We have plenty of interesting pictures that we can take from today, with varying degrees and difficulty and form. I included this one right here because I thought it was just... Look at them! They're just little guys. They're just little babies. Look at them, they're kissing. Look at this dude up here trying to like get up there to join the party. Everyone's hanging out. You guys are leaving, he's had enough. These people are like, whoa, and this person's like, I can't believe it, and look at the penny for scale, oh my gosh. You got addicted to poker rough? What is poker rough? Poker rough. And also, what's up, Delano? Hope all as well. Or poker rogue? What is poker rogue? Oh, what is this? Is this a game? Oh, it's loading something. Whoa. Oh, it's loud, and there's a username and password. Let me go back. What is Poker Rogue? Poker Rogue Wiki. Poker Rogue is a browser-based Pokemon fan game heavily inspired by the roguelike genre. Battle endlessly while gathering, stacking items, exploring many different biomes, and reaching Pokemon stats you never thought possible. Very interesting. Starters. Very cool. This is awesome. Huh. Code of conduct. Wow, this looks really cool. Change logs, events. This is super cool. I love it. Wow. Oh my gosh, what is this? Jeez. This is so unique. I love it. Huh. I've never heard of this. Very cool. I really want to see a, not even a resurgence, because there wasn't really, I mean, there was browser gaming, but like not in the traditional sense gamer, there's browser games. Someone called it like browser gaming, but I really want to see a lot more games and browsers, and with the web GPU releasing, or like NVIDIA, I think talking about web GPU, that's a very real possibility, and I think a very cool one at that. Now solving the issue of downloading the assets, so maybe, I don't know how it would work totally, but still be cool. I really like the idea. And whenever I see itch.io browser-based games, there's a card one I played recently. I can't remember what it's called, but really loved it. Anyways, let's go to our ants. And yeah, wonderful to see Delano. Hope all is well. Delano's working hard. Hardly working. No, I'm kidding. I like this one a lot. I want one with ace. I mean, this is a pretty interesting contour because we can see like this, and then this, and then this one's really out to the side. So that one's quite difficult in its own right. I like this one. It's very up close, and there's a lot of cool shapes happening here. Like, look at that. That one's probably my favorite so far, and this wasn't the best. Look at that. There we go. Oh, look at that. So yeah, I like this one a lot. This one's interesting, but I don't like the 2D ones that much because they don't feel like they're really challenging my sense of perspective. So yeah, that's an option. I like this guy. Pretty simple. It's a red one, I believe. And it's still kind of, yeah, that like pretty 2D shape. Nothing too crazy happening here. And then we have this one. This one's actually pretty 3D. I completely forgot about this one. Very detailed. Gives us a unique kind of almost top-down perspective of these guys. Can't really decide on what the center line for this part is. Something like this. So it's down to these two. Delano, I'm chilling. Played way too much Poker Rogue. Is it Poker Rogue or Poker Rough? Because I'm seeing Poker Rogue. So just saying 5 hours about to shower and then draw. Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm glad you had fun, man. You've been working hard. You deserve it. What is this? What is this slider? Oh, it's a transition slider. Hi, guys. That's very cool. Interesting. I'm glad I'm just pressing random buttons on my OBS. Delano. Up to you. Which one should we draw? Left or right? I kind of liking the left more. But it is harder to see. I just like how things turn in it. But we do have this region here where we can't really see any form, so maybe left? Okay. Yeah. I like, actually, I do like the left a lot. My only problem is I can't really see what's happening in between there. Meanwhile, this one gives us a lot of that information. And I think the quality of your reference is quite important. Let's see. I wouldn't say this one's easier. It will have a bit more additive forms onto it. Delano did say left though. Regardless, I love the shape of these heads. I find it very interesting. We'll have to get kind of creative with how we decide to construct it. Yeah, I just can't see what's happening in here, and I think that's kind of the breaking point. The non-selling point. I think, sorry, Delano, I think we have to go with right just for the quality of the picture. So, with that being said, let us jump in. Delano, can't wait to draw with you tonight. Man, 5 hours, that seems like so much fun. I envy you. Must be really good. Bam. Cool. There we go, cool. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our typical breakdown. We'll start our hour timer. We'll be better about all of our behind the scenes stuff today, right? Yeah. See, my music's getting a bit loud. I'm just tired. I probably want it to be a bit quieter. Cool. Cool. Anyways, okay. Sorry, I got distracted by Drawbox Discord stuff. Okay, cool. So, oh my god, we've already been streaming for 30 minutes. Interesting. Anyways, okay, so what we're gonna do here is we need to do our basic forms. So I say this thing right here is the form we're looking at. And it's gonna be a bit of a like sphere with like flat ends, if that makes sense. Over here, easy. It's just gonna be a sphere. We'll add the silhouette little additive forms around at the plates, if you will. I never know what to call it. Actually, I did pull up an anatomical drawing of these guys. We can probably do that. I like this one because you're like, whoa, wait, what? And you're like, oh, well, we're adding a form. And you go over this. Like that. So that's going to be really fun to draw. And then we have the head right here. We're going to do this actual kind of almost let's do a sausage form. Or we could do, just keep it simple. We did talk about last stream how not everything needs to be a sphere, right? We can kind of do like a pseudo sausage form right here. Nothing too crazy. Like this. Okay, wait, that was, sorry, I just had to get rid of that to see the form that we're working with. We're going to travel a bit like this. Oh. And then here, you see definitely a lot more of it. I like that. Cool. Yeah, and then, okay, so we'll extend that over here. We'll start talking about our additive forms. Additive forms wise, we're going to be doing, I think, just a majority of this head. That's the thing, is like we want to go like this over the form, which is kind of a lot. So maybe what we could do is one form right here. Like so. And then another form down here. I think would be better. Like so. And this form will happen on top of that one. Wait, no, oh, dang it. Okay, well, that's a really good drawing too. I'll have this form. I'll hop over. And describe that a bit. And then here we of course have the obligatory little additive forms. Let's see, these will subduct these. Right, so it'll go underneath and this one will go above and around. So we'll start drawing from the left to the right. And it's gonna be as simple as this. This, and then we'll have this one popping out of that. I like going from the bottom. What we can actually do, this was kind of failure in the last one, which I lament a bit, is just drawing through those forms. Oh, why'd I do that all in one take? We definitely need to divvy up the lines because then it gives you that like separation. Like watch, like do a hump, go from underneath and then do a hump. And we go around the form. Go from underneath and do the hump. And now, like, you know, that break in line right here gives these nice corners that I kind of like, the turning of form. And then this can be just, actually we could do one more. We can go up like this and then we'll have that in a wider degree. So we go from smaller degree here to larger degree over here. Sorry for whoever's watching this if this is boring. I'm very tired. I know at the end of this stream I'm probably gonna pass out. I'm not even joking. Like you're gonna, oh, I need to pull up that one video. He's like, and like falls forward. Oh, I love that video so much. Anyways, so yeah, here's our additive forms, and then we have our antennae. And we'll start with our spheres, and we'll draw through everything. A little eye. We can do the eye too. That is an additive form. We're gonna keep it simple. What we can do is describe the entire sphere of the eye, and then only draw the contour of where it jumps out, which is an option. And now the last one is for analyzing negative spaces, or just like, you know, in parts. So the neck, I really like this shape. Same thing here. This whole gap is very important. Okay. Do some curved lines, but doing, you know, straight lines to kind of define these is very helpful. I mean, just keeping it simple, right? Why do you need these complex curved lines when we're ultimately just trying to describe a smaller shape? Yeah, the gaps here are all very, very important, especially right here. Yeah, these are separate forms. I definitely like this. We could add that to the additive forms anyways. That kind of stuff. Look at this. I mean, there's this triangle right here, but come on. Yeah. Oh, I like a lot of these. And yeah, we have these smaller ones. Just strewn about everywhere. That one's actually quite important. Lots of triangles. Their shape language. And Comfy talks about this in the lesson 4 thing as well. Not entirely sure how much we'll decide to do this one. Also, yeah, once again, we have these little feet. Instead of them being like claws, like we've seen some creatures have. Couldn't name them, but some do, right? I think with grasshoppers and stuff, these are more like these like it has the ending cone to it, right? And then we have this like nub in front, and then like these little parts that go to the side. A bit weird. Anyways, cool. So yeah, we have a lot of this, and we actually wanted to add. Oh no. Okay, I thought that was. Yeah, we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna go add this form, which subducts it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually add it going on the inside, right? Here we go. We have this slight curve. So now we have this, and then once again we have these degrees over here. And then we're starting to see like over here some larger degrees even. Right. Even right there, you'll look at that. That's a bit larger. You can see it in like the turning of the head, stuff like that. I really like this form that we decided. Left, what we missed, just a lot of ant construction. Nothing much, nothing crazy. We decided to go with this one. I'm not sure when you left. Just because the dark gap right here, we lose a lot of idea of what's happening, and I want to kind of be explicit. And so I really like this one. I think it's really cool, and I kind of like this like curving part of the torso too. We're sticking with this one down here. This is just so much more going on. We decided on 4 major forms. The unique part about this one is I don't really know what we should do as the central form, like the one that we decide to draw first. I think the torso is a good one to go with, but the head is also quite complex. So that's a unique one. I really like the additive forms here. And then we have some cool little negative spaces to consider. But the part I'm most concerned about is drawing this part correctly. And then we have these 2 pretty fun, almost very similar degree ellipses to draw. And what I'm actually going to do here, just before we start like looking at everything, we want to nail down the most central form, you know, the one we want to start with. Honestly, the head, because the head is kind of the most complex. It gives us the most information about everything that's happening. Oh, oh, there we are. There. And then, yeah, and also, yeah, we can also do a composition one too. Kind of determine the sizing of everything. Oh, jeez, I hate it when that happens. So yeah, we will go over here. Oh, whoa. Oh, man, these binds for the software are so weird. I'll hit like a random combo of keys and it deletes like system 32 or something. Anyways, so yeah, we have the length of our guy right here. Cool. Cool. So yeah, the center of the thorax sits in the upper half of the page. The center of the upper half to be specific. Wait, why did it say what is I meant? Why is my YouTube not updated? Reload that. It's so annoying how YouTube chat is sometimes just incorrect. It says, okay, there, cool. Very fun. Oh my goodness, I'm tired, everybody. Woo! Okay, cool. So we have a general idea of where we want it to land on the page. We kind of want to push everything very up. We want to fit as much as we possibly can, right? But we have kind of the go to say, hey, I want to fit the majority of the body center. That being the most central form. It's an axis tilting about like at this degree right here. And this one's practically the same, maybe a bit more tilted up just a tiny bit to sell the fact that it's a thorax. It's large like this practically same degree, just smaller. They're connected, so this one needs to move down a bit. And then we have the sausage form that's going to be right here, which is actually decently close to the form over here. Then we have the sphere coming out of that over here. Cool. So yeah, that's generally what we want to accomplish. Saying that a lot today. That was a bit too rotated. Go. Yep. And then we'll do our additive forms on that, right? I'm kind of just doodling at this point. Who's gonna stop me? Me. Uncomfy shows up. Starts yelling at me. Cool. Okay. So let's do it. Take a quick sip of water, everybody. Remember, hydrate. And let's get into it. Let me pull out a fresh piece of paper. I told you guys one day I'm gonna go reach down there. It's gonna be the last page and be like, uh-oh. And we're gonna be like, pressed for time. I should probably go. Like the whole pack of 500 pieces of paper was 20 bucks. And in hindsight, that's kind of a steal because we've almost used all of it. It's lasted us a year. I'd gladly pay $20 a year for something if I get this much joy out of it. So take a quick sip of water and then we'll get to it. Cool. Let's make sure we also switch out our pen for a fresher one, right? More fresh one. Is fresher a word? Yeah. This orange is fresher than that apple. Oh, words aren't real. Cool. Also, what I'm gonna do is Google if fresher isn't actually a word. It is a word. Oh. A food recently made or obtained, not canned, frozen, or otherwise. Oh wait. Noun fresher. A first-year student at a university. Interesting. I've never called it that. Yeah, fresh as an adjective. Sure if that exists. Is it correct to say fresher? Fresher is a comparative form of fresh. Okay, cool. Freshers are students who have just started the first year at university. Well, that isn't helpful. Oh, whatever. Oh man, guys, I'm tired. Stick with me. We got this, please. Like I said, we're gonna go to our friend over here. Oh yeah, also here's the anatomical chart. Here's that little shoulder thing I saw in the other one, not here. Yeah, we have the epinotum spines. Ooh, yeah, I don't think we got that over here. That's it. Oh yeah, this guy's not looking like this one. Nodes. Yeah, I don't think this may not be a true carpenter ant. Maybe it is. Looks like a carpenter ant, but I'm not a carpenter antologist, so Who knows? We need Fatima, our resident entomologist here. Hopefully Fatima's doing well. Cool. So, I'm gonna move my mic away just a tiny bit because it is making me feel a bit pressed, claustrophobic. Anyways, cool. Man, we have 40 minutes remaining and we've already been an hour through the stream. I don't know how that works, but cool. So yeah, we are gonna move to the northern part of the page, but I'm still gonna leave most room there. Let's do our part 2 of warm up again. Just that is someone in my house talking, but no, it was the YouTube video I'm listening to. Once again, listening to 2 hours of film photography in Japan. Then we're gonna have a slightly oriented sausage form that's better than that. Then a larger one over here with a bit of a gap. Cool. And then over here we're gonna have a sausage form. This is gonna be probably one of the hardest parts to draw, because we want this gap right here, and then yeah, we have this sausage form. Wow, there we go. Gonna start the review now. Yay! Yeah, Delana's reviewing past lesson 4 material to kind of like refresh before entering lesson 5. So shout out. Glad Delana has made the time, has found the time to do so. Awesome stuff. Then we're gonna have our kind of facial form over here, the mouth. That's actually gonna be a lot narrower. It's gonna be a bit more rotated away from us like this. There we go. And the same thing here, because we're not gonna see the back of it, right? We kind of do, so yeah, this one's gonna be a bit more narrower. So what we're gonna have is oof. The opposite of that. Oh my gosh. You think about these lines more. Okay, we have this, which needs to start lower from like over there, I guess. Like that, right? Just there we go. And then this one where we actually end up seeing a bit of the back. Cool. So yeah, we want this and we want that. Cool. Which is just the description of orientation in space. Very nice. Cool. So yeah, now size-wise, remember we want to be drawing these forms quite large. And the body, the thorax, is one of the largest parts of the form, so we can actually draw it pretty much this size in the center of the page, like so. And oriented, actually that's pretty perfect orientation. And then we go over here with our larger form. That feels a bit right. That's a bit too rotated though. This one I like. This one only needs to be like a tiny bit off of that. And then our sausage form comes after that. And yeah, we could definitely make it even larger. I just need to leave room for the It actually is going to go like this instead. And then our form in front. Maybe a bit lower. We're gonna have our form right here. And this is gonna go straight up, doesn't it? Yeah, because we see like that. Anyways, yeah, so some sketching, some quick stuff of that. We're gonna skip the head break in this. Apologize. And yeah, let's get to it. So let's really look at our form now and dissect it. Is that a ant pun? Like a entomologist pun, maybe? Yeah, the important part is to acknowledge that the form we're describing is here, not accurately. And that contour is actually much more visible than I thought. I was kind of doing icon sketching rather than, or icon observation rather than observation, where icon, you know, you don't want to make an icon. You don't want something that represents the object, you want to draw the object. Like, if you're sketching a cat, sometimes you fall into the pitfall of drawing a cat. It has these ears, but not that cat. Not that cat in perspective. I really love that piece of information that Uncomfy gives because it's so true and it resonates with a lot of people. So yeah, we have this sausage form. Middle degree. We're gonna be a bit above the middle line. May not have given enough room for the abdomen on the page. If this goes right here, we have, yeah, that's not gonna, dang it. Oh, this was a really good align, and I think this actually set us up for some success. But yeah, to the left, definitely need a lot more to the left. Oof, yeah, because the center of this needs to be over there. And while the head is large, yeah, oops, okay, that's over. Yeah, let's actually be more mindful of the center of the page. Jeez, that was a really good ellipse. So yeah, we're gonna be more over here. There we go. Start trying to see that ant take shape before we even draw it. Yeah, we're gonna have the main body right here, abdomen over here. So even that, yeah. So don't be scared to kind of go more to the left with the calf. Yeah, that was very much rotated, but that's okay. Does that give us less room to work with the leg over here? Yes, but we can rotate the entire thing now. So now, instead of working like this, we're working a bit like this. There we go. Always rotated a tiny bit too much. So this one follows. We have the gap form right here. If we did this as a unit, then this would probably this. Maybe a fifth of it. Conservatively. Maybe this right here. Are we still gonna run out of room? Actually, wait, whoa. Is this one about 1.5 times that size? So this times 1.5. That. Yikes, guys, did we do that again? We have this line on top of it. The angle is way too extreme unless we did like this. Or even more. Because that leg is definitely not fitting. Thanks, guys. It's really tough trying to draw like as much as you can on the page and yet still trying to fit everything on there. I still am a fierce advocate for drawing everything you can onto here. drawing large, sorry. I mean, and drawing everything, and right, but yeah, we're gonna hit it one more time. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to forcibly go smaller, which is something I really don't want to do, but if we want to fit all in here, right? It's small, but I think that's actually pretty dang good. So here's our form. And behind that, we have this. We have our larger form happening here. We're going to be starting about right here. We're going to be having that form basically just create this kind of line that I'm seeing right here, this kind of feeling, but ultimately it's just this. So it's slightly above, and yeah, just for funsies. Yeah, 1.5. Good. Okay. So we're gonna draw a line, only slightly rotated. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. I like that. Okay. I don't like how small it is, but right. Cool. So now we have this quite difficult part is the sausage form. This may be happening a bit more on my wrist. So the sausage form lies inside of here. It's actually quite smaller than this. And we're gonna be we have our form. We have this form right here on the inside, and then we have our additive form. It's actually gonna be, let's see, compared to this. It's quite a bit more, because we're gonna have this thing and the round thing going in, and we'll have our additive form somewhere. So we have this gap right here. That's that. And this one, we're assuming it's ending right here. So this, almost double that. This, about right here. And that's just where we see the additive form. But now what we want to do is go in here. And we have a unique position, or a powerful position, where we're going to have additive forms here regardless, so we're going to be pretty okay if we over or undershoot. Actually, overshoot it, but we're going to try to, you know, be perfect, or not be perfect, be precise. That's a good word, precise. Yeah, and we're going to jump towards us, and then go back. We're going to be quite small about it. We're going to be a bit wide, actually. So I want to get started by first doing, so we have this line right here. Kind of seeing only slightly horizontally declined, right? Like this. Only slightly. Declinated? Oh. See? And even, yeah, more accurate like that. So, yeah, we have that. Let's see the form in here. I want to do. Over here. Like this. We have this over. That's pretty good. Okay, we want that curve. This gap, this gap. Like I said, that's... Actually, maybe not even times that. A bit less. Actually, yeah. Just be careful with it. So, this will go... I'm covered in my dog's hair. Oh. Okay, and yeah, it goes... Actually, yeah, probably the tip of the... Actually, yeah, so it's quite larger than I expected. It's gonna go... Almost span the entire form over here. Interesting. So yeah, we go from here to here. We're gonna bound, and then we want to go around. And I'm actually gonna start right here. And you know how I like starting from the back, but this curve is the most important to me. And I'm gonna start from over here, and then try to round that part out as much as I can over there. We're gonna go around in a curl. Not the best, but I think there's definitely some potential there. And then the form down here. Which is definitely more elongated than I give it credit. It's more underneath than anything. And this is distracting me. There we go. That actually needed to be larger, didn't it? Well, that's what our additive form can do a bit of, right? Cool. Yep, and so now we're going to travel. Remember, we said we actually see quite a lot of that midsection there. Because the form has its U right here, so we're going to see quite a bit of it like this. Like so. This one over here. Still seeing a lot of that center. But now at the end, we're going to see a bit of the curl. Oh, look at that. Great, great, great. Yeah, so this part is a bit small. I'm actually not going to do a ton of contour on this. But what I want to do is, for the contour here, I definitely want to send it like, whee, you know, like whoosh. Whoosh. So, I'm actually doing that, right? And then this one, definitely want to do like, oh, you can still see the front of it. I'm going to make that one on top of it. Nice, okay. A good start. Whew. Okay, so now we have a couple options. I actually want to start with the head for the form that we want to add. Also, but this one is pretty important. Let's say I actually kind of see two forms. I see one that stops here and goes around, like this. And then I see that bottom one that kind of juts off and goes over here and then stops. And then this form for the back of the head. So yeah, let's kind of do that. So yeah, we have this little butt part of it hanging out, which is going to go from here to about here as its lowest point. It's going to have that curve. Which means we need to move this up and go about right here because we still want that like part to hang off over here, right? Like this, I think. Cool. And then we want to hang down. So we go here for the rest of the U. We're still obeying the form, right? We're still on top, we're on top, we're on top. And then right here, we're starting to see the curve, the curl down. And then we see the longer part right here. And then this is where we start really kind of jumping the gun. We start going around it by quite a bit. So yeah, we're going around, down, curl, and in. Maybe even jump out a lot. But one important part too is we want to be above the form actually. So while we are curving around this, we do want to actually be above out here because we're on top of it. So it actually climbs a bit. let's focus on this. We're going to dance around the form. We want this curve and then this lift. So this curve and then lift. That was pretty good. And then we're going to go around the form, down and around the form. So down. I'm a bit below it, but I think that's okay for now. And then, yeah, we're just going to go... Actually, we're going to go a bit deeper, and we're going to go around a bit, yeah. So we can overlap those forms. This, and then we're going to kind of travel up here. Like so. I like that. Yeah, we have this very, you know, blatant form in the front. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add this form, the little round one that goes even more around it, like this. And kind of goes up to the neck, where the neck's going to land. Remember, we're not going all the way up here because we have this form we want to add to that, which is going to kind of span from here to here. So we're going to practically go out. It does extend further, but it's only like this much further. And it's lower, so what you want to do in a situation where it's lower is first, let's establish, it's going to probably cut it off about, let's see, we have this little curl right here. It sucks that these lines are a bit collinear, right? They share the same spot. I wanted to include that overlap, right? So I think the shoulder of it should start there, and then we start curving around. So about right here is where we start demonstrating that. We go like this. Cool. And then we have this, and we have this kind of straight part right here, this kind of linear bend. And then we want to go back here like this. Now we want to emphasize that it's 3D, so we'll keep it a bit soft as it goes in. I'm going to add like a bit of a wedge right here, maybe? I don't know. Okay, what we're going to do. I just really want that disc shape. Like so. Not the best overlap, but it'll do. Yeah, it's mid, right? But it's whatever. And now we want to add our little curled form that we have right here. That's going to be a bit interesting. And this was a very important form too, because it gives a lot of detail and like, oh yeah, this is a carpenter ant, and this is kind of what identifies it. And I think this negative space right here that we kind of failed to do, because look at that curve, right? But we want this, and it's going to curl in because of the neck. We're going to travel down right here. I think so. Yeah, we're going to actually stick pretty closely to this. Because we want to be here. We're going to get closer. We're going to be like closer right here and further away over here because it is deep. But right here, we're looking at it. So they're going to look closer. That's my philosophy on that, right? So yeah. And then we're going to go out here. This lands at the bottom of this form. So remember, we don't want to be obsessed with our local group. We want to be referencing sizes across the board and doing our, that's one of our major mistakes we did yesterday. And also we wouldn't to just be obeying the construction that we already have on here. So that's very important. And this is definitely lower than that. So if we do extend beyond, which we should be really not totally doing much of that. And I just want like a horseshoe shape right here. Kind of dancing over this at some point too, alright? This, and then actually, yeah, it goes like this, dances over this pretty narrowly over here. And then kind of goes out and then does that. I really want, this line is very important to me. And then that narrow thing right there is also, I know it sounds like I'm yabbering, I'm sorry. The thought process, right? So let's focus on this curl right here, which I think is really important. So yeah, I want to go from here. We're going to do a tiny bit of a curl, right? then down. I think that was pretty excellent right there. Now, yeah, should have gotten closer, yeah, and expanded out a bit more, yeah, but I think I'm okay for now. And this is gonna go here. And then we're gonna see that like the neural curl, and then dance over this part of the face. So this, and that's as low as that, pretty good. So this, and then go probably like right here, part of that curve. And then we're gonna go here and then curl over. And then over here, we're gonna add the eye about right here. This contour is very important because it kind of describes everything that we've been believing in so far. We're going to go up here and then go up here. We really want this roundness right here. That's a very telling part of the ant. We're going to go like this. And then we're going to go very close to it. And jumping around. Cool. Now I'm not totally seeing it yet, but I'm slowly believing. We want to do this line. Let's see, because yeah, we have this orb, so we want to go like this. Because yeah, we have this form in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is like a narrow contour line. It jumps over the center part, and then it bends down. So narrow contour line jumps over, and then bends down. And right here we can kind of do like this, like go around, then in. So we're going around and then in. Cool. We have our eye right here. Remember we said we're going to do the full eye. And let's see, yeah, this is pretty much over here. So I'd say about right here we have our sphere. It's a bit rotated, but what we're going to do is a full sphere. And just make sure that would align over here if we did it right here. So yeah, on the ends of each of these, we'll do our sphere. Cool. And let's see, while we're here, let's do the contour line of this, which is definitely going to go over and then down. So cool. We can do a contour here, which is going to go out and then around like this. Oh, no, that should have been much more that way. Yikes, okay. So that one seems a bit off down there. Not feeling too good about this one, but we're gonna keep going. We have like this little section over here. It's like the pincers and stuff. I think I tried a bit too hard to over-construct it, which I think is valid, a valid error. Or like That is a correct diagnosis of what I tried to do here and failed at. Yeah, now we have our 4 little distinct wedges over here, where we have we decided the degrees were getting larger as we went away. Let's see. We have this one, the center. And a bit larger, right? This one gets really narrow, but still large degree. Cool. So now we're going to do this additive form, which we want to kind of stick through here. Let's see, yeah, it's going to be practically an ellipse. It's opening slightly this way. I think tonight's issue was not a total understanding of the spatial relationships within this study, and so because of that, we lost some, I guess, important aspects of it. I don't know. We'll do a little sausage form between these. Cool. Inside our legs. Let's see. Under here we have one kind of starting. See, this one happens going this way, lands. Let's see, we'll do a sausage form. Cool. So yeah, this one lands kind of right at this point here. We get this cool shape that happens right down here. We definitely have this kind of velocity to it. Then we have this sausage form down here, which will land right at the eye. Goes down and creates it was just a polygon. Which I overlap those a tiny bit more. And then we have this one, which lands kind of near that bend to the beak. Down a tiny bit more. Yeah, we should be checking over here with it, but whatever. This is a head, yeah, head, torso, thorax. It just has connections, right? Or head, thorax, abdomen. Because yeah, like, yeah, that's what we're following. It should be, right? I mean, this is the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Unless you're thinking of it like a cephalothorax. The fact that it has sausage forms connecting them is a bit strange, but I wouldn't consider it like a completely out of the norm. You have these little things down here. This extends to the beak. And let's see, over here, you have this sausage form that juts out, lands at the end of this one, maybe a bit lower. And from there we have our other form jumping out. This happens right after that first curve, and it happens at the same level. So we can just do a sausage form like that. I'm gonna keep it skinnier so we can add some detail at the bottom if we want. And this one happens very much lower than that one. Notably lower, about right here. Down quite a bit. And we have that smaller leg. And little curved leg. This one we have, it goes to here. We have this cool large space in the center that we aren't totally capitalizing on. I'm glad that we are going to keep this shape right here, hopefully. Yeah, this sausage form is going to not be too crazy. Ends about right there. Nice. And then we're going to get really close right here with this sausage form. Definitely curling like this, close to it, and going back. And then we go over now, down to the second ring, a bit before the second ring. Go out like this. Then we go over here. Yeah, this one is going much further down that I just realized this is a much larger form. I don't really know how to save that. Uh-oh. Another fault in zooming in too much. Maybe we should lock our zoom one day or like require a reference. Because yeah, this needs to go down to like right here. Is there any way we can save this creatively? Also, what I'm going to do here is we're going to do that, yeah, just to help describe that form. This one goes to the bottom of that now. Let's just add another form. The whoopsie there. Cool. And what we can do is we can add a sphere here. And then make it a bit larger. There we go. That's a bit better, I guess. Cool. We'll do the leg over here. Cool. And yeah, we're going to try to draw through a couple of the forms right here. Don't really know how to accomplish this one, because I just have the form jumping out like that. Something needs to go down there. There's not really a good way of hiding that. What I can do right here is we can do a sausage form at least like this, which raises well above this one. Yeah, we can do like this. And that actually jumped out right there. Oops, whatever. And then this lands right here. And we have the little foot. We have the leg happening over here. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna go a bit over time because I want to finish the construction today. I'm okay with it. It's just I feel like there's some conceptual errors that need some toughening out, right? Some things that can be improved. So here. I don't want to add any more noise over there, so yep. Now let's do the antennae. Let's see. It goes pretty high. In fact, above almost everything, meets at a tiny bit above this leg. So what we're going to do here is make that jump out. It goes past this part, so it's going to land about, I'd say, right here. This one goes all the way right here. It goes definitely in front of the face. Oh, actually, yeah, almost a tiny bit behind this one. We're cutting a bit close, but yeah, it goes down and then does its... There we go. And then from here, we have a lot of those little strings, which, as in previous demos, we're just going to do a line for it and then add spheres to describe it. That sphere's into perspective, of course. This lands a tiny bit below that one, and kind of goes out this. So, and this one goes forward into perspective and goes a bit past that, so it goes like this. There we go. Cool. And now we're gonna add our little spheres. And now the intersections of the spheres will kind of dictate the directions heading. So as you'll see, as we get further away from the start of this, we're going to overlap them more. They're going to be practically the same size, just more overlapped because they're facing away from us. Yeah, no, look, they kind of look like they're disappearing. And we have this sphere right here, which I'm going to add. And then... yeah, these, they're just getting smaller, I wouldn't say. Cool. Nice, so let's reinforce a couple of these forms. This turned out a bit better than I expected. But we'll talk about in our review what we could have done better and what would have made me happier. We could also do a bit more with the body down here, because we do have a couple more forms that we could add. Kind of like this. I don't know really how we're going to accomplish it, because it's kind of like just a bulby mass. This. This. Well, anyways, okay. Yeah, we don't want to texture that too much. Let's do some more of the legs. Like really emphasize this right here. Remember, we don't need to reinforce every line, just the ones that we think are necessary, right? I now realize today the importance of the sausage forms connectors. We should have brought this one all the way to the back. We didn't. I'm kind of upset that we didn't. Anyways, we're gonna reinforce this line. Reinforce this one. Hey, I'm on top. Same here. We're gonna have that separation. I'll taper it off. We don't need everything to be large, remember. The legs do have a bit of beef to some of them, so we'll add that. It's a bit narrow. Oops, made it wider. This one connects here. This one actually connects over that one. It looks like gross you. Anyways, then we have this one, which definitely goes over that one. And then we have our little... Geez, when is the new bug update gonna drop? All these skins are the same. Starting to notice a lot of patterns. That means, hey, our visual library has expanded and we know a lot more stuff. Oh crap, going back to listen through, I just realized doing textures slightly wrong. Uh-oh. Hey, now we remember though, that's the awesome part. Our reviews. I want to add this view right here. Doing kind of that. And I wish I made it bigger. That's the thing, whenever I add these like little intersections, I always wish I make them bigger. Or, like, I don't know. Never happy with them. That's the best way to put it. Okay, this one definitely just overtakes everything down here, and then this one overtakes this one as well. Then we have our little cookies. Like this. See, this one's gonna get overlapped too, so I'm just thinking about this one now. Reinforce this part of that. I'm getting sidetracked, but I think that's okay in this instance. I want to smear ink, oops. Oh, that happened right there. Urgh, why? Why do I always smear ink? It's so upsetting. Oh, don't want to redo that too many times. Let's calm down, Cav. Smear a tiny bit of ink, it's fine. Yeah, I kind of like got it out, but need to reinforce everything, Kev. on my edges. This one definitely goes into this one a bit. Oh. Really need to reinforce that, even though I could, right? The point of keeping this one more reinforced than that one says, hey, this one's weaker. Let's leave it. Don't need to reinforce everything. That's the main objective, right? Same thing here. Like, we don't need to reinforce everything here. I want to reinforce this line because it has to fight both this leg. Same thing here. I want this one to be in front. And this one. We don't really need to do anything down there. What I will reinforce though is these a bit. And then this, like the jump from that. Cool. Okay. So I'm actually okay with this one. I was a bit of a hater at the beginning, but there are some, like, come on, what are... This should have gone through like the entire form right there. I'll put $10. I'll put $20 on the donation that we do in the future. Someone keep track of this. Hold me to it. I'll put $10 on the fact that deal will bring up that we should have brought the sausage form all the way through this. That we should have probably fleshed out the mouth a bit more, but then again, like, I don't really see the need totally. You see the need to kind of bolster that up. No, let's save it for the review. So honestly, not bad though, and I'm very glad that we managed to accomplish this in a day. Sure, we went a bit over time, but I think it's pretty decent, all things considered. And yeah, of course, in the future, we can always texture this. Remember, we're going to probably choose to texture which ones we want to texture at the end. Will we choose ones that we think we have more errors on just so they look a tiny bit better? Probably, but actually, that's not within the spirit. So we'll choose, I don't know, like the picking which ones we want to texture or not. It could be random. We'll see. Or it could just be the ones we think are the easiest to texture. And once again, my Kukunos, or not my Kukunos, I put this in the wrong way. I'm going to assume this one's the one I've used the most. I don't know. I try to keep all my prints equally fresh. This one has like the most debris in the center. What I'm going to do then, I'm pretty sure, is I'm just going to a single mark right here. Just know this is our first one. Anyways, review time. Let's do it. What did we learn today, everybody? And also for those who are following along who also do drawbox, you don't need to do this. I like doing this because it helps me remember it. I can kind of like catalog everything. Yeah, so don't feel that you have to do a journal or anything. This is completely optional, and it just helps me, and it's how I've done a lot of my habit building stuff in the past. So yeah, anyways, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do lesson 4. This is the Carpenter Ant. Cool. Today is the 6th of January 2024. July 2024. Wrong J word. I do that a lot. And this is the 149th stream. Oh, getting close to 150, guys. And we hit 100 subscribers. Very fun. Yeah, so what did we learn today? Once again, I'm just going to call it locality. And don't zoom in and forget other aspects of reference. aspects slash ratio. What's the word I'm looking for? Proportions. 150 special. 1000 special. Let's do it at 1000, guys. 1000. That's almost 4 years, or a little bit over 3, right? That's more correct to say, right? Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a little bit less than 3. Wait, yeah. I'm trolling. It's a little bit less than 3. But yeah, well. Is that possible? Yeah, we won't be drawing Drawbox, and we better not. We better be finished with Drawbox by then. I mean, take your own time, right? But at the same time, anyways, I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, the contours we did right here for the additive form. So just contours matter. Ensure all contour lines obey construction forms. The actual reference. And other contours. Because here I felt like we just kind of did it out of our brain where we thought it should be instead of the actual contour line that happened right here. I think the head we did pretty well on. And I think choosing 2 different additive forms and then doing these contours for it were really nice. Yeah, this should have been like a lot more like this, and we kind of messed that up on accident. Yeah, so I think that's my major disappointment with this one. And we're going to keep it at that, actually. Just contours matter. Because we had an error like that the other day. Cool. Very simple review. So, with that being said, everybody, I have to still decide if I want to go to the gym or not. Or I could push it off to tomorrow. We'll see. I'm just tired, right? Thank you guys for joining. Sorry, I'm just very out of it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, we have to still decide if we want to do gym or not tonight. Wow, my brain is just repeating itself. The fog. Okay, so yep, we won't be streaming next Wednesday. Let's just try to get a date in there. The 10th, and we will be heading to Italy on the 15th, so probably either the 14th or the 13th will be our final stream for a while. I don't really have any major plans and then other than trying to finish lesson 4. I'll probably be posting this in the Drawbox Discord asking for some help, even though I can kind of pin down my major error there. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but we did try our best. And yeah, let's see, that was another one of our 4. Here, let's recount. So we did 1 yesterday. I'm kind of losing track. Maybe I should keep a sticky note somewhere. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Non-demo ones, not including the wasp that we kind of meh about, and 2 of those are textured. So we need 2 more textured ones, I believe. Actually, technically we could submit it untextured, right? But like optionally, we would like a couple textured. But 7, that means we only have to do 3 more in the remaining week, which is doable. It's a bit close. We don't really want to be doing 1 a day. And then of those 10, I believe we have to choose 4 more to texture. Let's double check that. We'll look at lesson 4. Wait, what is this? Did they update the website again? No, okay, never mind. Okay, lesson 4. Yeah, 6 pages that can go into texture and detail if you wish. And 4 that are purely constructional. So yeah, we are only 3 away. That's kind of crazy. We can choose to add texture too. Wow, guys. Okay. Well, if you have any ideas for what our final construction should be, please let me know. I want to kind of do my mom. I was actually talking to my mom. She recommended a praying mantis, which seems quite difficult but very fun to do. So that's a great option. So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. We may actually finish lesson 4 before Italy. That would be so awesome. But patience is key. Thank you guys for watching. I know I said this again, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow and to say this again. Okay, bye for now. Why am I always so awkward? See you guys.